friends, this is Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, and today is Tuesday, July 22nd. Welcome back to my channel for those returning, and welcome to those who this is your first time finding my channel. I did take a little break last week and just needed I looked at social media, I watched Flosstube, but I just needed a break from recording and posting and all that stuff. And it was a good break, and I'm ready to share with you what I worked on, which was kind of all over the place, which was part of why I felt like I just needed to take a break, do whatever I wanted to do, and then come back, kind of like a reset. So this week, my kids are in camp, all three of them. So you'd think it'd be a break, which it is, but it's not as long as you would think it is. So all of a sudden, it's time to pick them up again. But I'm trying to, hopefully I can get some sewing done this week, and I need to go shopping for school supplies and all of the fun things, because school here in Florida starts August 11th, I believe. So we have this week and then 2 more weeks, and it's time for school, which is really hard to believe that the summer is already over. And really, it's really hot here. It was not 10:30 and it was 90 degrees already, and it's humid. And there's lots of rain. Most every day it's raining, and so that brings lots of wonderful humidity. But I am born and raised in Florida, and so, it's just what is the heat. And you dress accordingly, and we have a swimming pool, and you go swimming. If you're outside, or you sit with the fan, and you just kind of adapt to the weather that you're accustomed to. So that is what's happening here. I did pick up 3 pieces from the framer yesterday, and I have 1 small stitch finish, which I wasn't going to have any, and then I kind of got in the mood to stitch this 1 piece and thought, I'll just get this stitched and then have 1 finish at least. So let me start with that first, and then I'll show you the framed pieces. So the first piece that I did, it's from this book, which is by Blackbird. It is out of print, and I know a lot of people are looking for it. I just got lucky and had looked at this one shop, and she had a copy of it. And so I did get it for the original retail. But what I stitched was this small pillow. And I used a 36 count cappuccino by Weeks Dye Works. And these are the colors. They're all Belle Soie, except for there's 1 silken color and 1 dinky dye. They're really pretty. And this is the it looks rusty, but it's very similar to Sanguine. It's called Rustique. So that's kind of the pink color, but this is my finish. And on the bottom of hers, she has Polk, Nebraska, which it talks about in the book that it is a special place for their family. So I just charted Florida because it was too much to try to fit and do the math to put in Oviedo also. So I like this how it is. I'm going to finish it into a pillow. And then looking around, I have the other little bird pillow that was from the Shop Hop. It was a free chart I had showed. And I want to say I have another Blackbird small. But I'm thinking I want to do some more Blackbird smalls. Even Holly, Mrs. Jones Stitches, she had done one of the ones from the Garden Club series, which I have all of those as well, and have been contemplating stitching it as 1 piece with the patchwork, or doing it all separate. And I'll insert a photo here of what I'm talking about. But I am also contemplating doing a couple of them and then putting them in a shaker tray or some type of tray. And two choices I have of what I'm thinking is I bought a shaker tray when I was at Hobby House, and they have them, but I'm pretty sure they're sold out right now. I also purchased this one, which this maker, he's on Etsy, and he has black, white, and wood. And this is really, it's very well made and very well painted and sealed. And this is the shop. I am thinking I'm going to go order a white one as well. He also has boxes, and it was shipped super fast, and it was a great purchase. So my other idea, and this is from Chantelle at 141 Design Company, is the Stitch Caddy, which I purchased and am going to put together, and I am either going to paint it or stain it. I haven't decided. But she has her animal crackers in it. I know she painted it red and is using it for her Jolly July or Christmas in July stitching. So this is another idea to put it together and then use it to put some smalls in. I also, which I didn't show this because it didn't come until later because Nicole had to ship it to me, but I purchased this from Amazing Grace and Amana, and this is another idea of putting some of my smalls in. If I do put them in here, I do need to put something down in the bottom of here to kind of build it up a little bit. But this is another idea of like a smalls display, but I could not pass this up, and I was flying, so Nicole so generously shipped it to me. So I'm just kind of have been liking the idea of having a tray, a bat, whatever, of small pillow finishes. So was that one finish. All right, these are the frames. This piece is, I cannot remember what it's called. I want to say it's called Where Love Grows. It was the retreat piece from Brenda Gervais from the Shepherd's Bush retreat last year. And I was able to stitch this. I love it so much. I used all the called for colors on the called for fabric. And I have not showed this before, but I did stitch this in March. And this frame is amazing. So this piece, it's not out right now. It should come out in the fall, I believe. But you might be able to find it on Stash and Load or on the secondary market or something like that. So I absolutely love this, and I'm going to keep this out all the time. Then I have, this is Liberty House, I believe is what it's called, by Brenda Gervais. And this is the frame that I chose. And all of these were framed from at Eco Art, and it's in Orlando on Dr. Phillips Boulevard. So if you live in or around Orlando, I highly recommend this shop. And this is the information. Let's see. It's kind of, there we go. The owner was very nice, and I was recommended to go here from a few different people, but she did an awesome job. So that is another one, and that's also by Brenda Gervais. And then this is Happy Day, and this is by Plum Street. And this was an exclusive for Sampler Guild of the Rockies from this year. It was I don't remember if it's anniversary. I think it was like the birthday gift. So if you were in the guild last year, you got this in the mail. And then if you joined, which the membership is closed now, you had to join before July 1st. If you joined, you could purchase or have the option to purchase it. And this, I also used all of the called for colors on the called for linen. And I love this also. So I am trying to figure out if I want to keep this out all the time. And I'm also like with the patriotic things, I don't normally keep it all out all the time, but I'm considering this year, since we're coming up on the 250th anniversary of the country, I am thinking about in my living room, which kind of gets overtaken by our playroom. I have some shelving, and I'm thinking about doing a special patriotic display and leaving it up all the time. So we'll see. And if I do, I'll put some pictures in. But both of those I would like, I mean, I will keep my patriotic display out until I put fall up, probably in September, middle September. But after that, I don't know if I might keep all that stuff out. We'll see. Okay, so I am pretty sure I have not shown any of these projects where I'm at. So I'm just going to, I have a pile of projects. I worked on all kinds of things. It was very random. Some I worked on a couple days. Some I worked on the project for half of the day. There was no rhyme or reason to what I worked on. I did work on one Christmas piece more. I just kind of got out of the mood to do Christmas. I would like to get back to the quilted snowman to at least get some more outlining done before the end of the month and or carry it on into August. But I haven't really wanted to do any more Christmas. So I did start Oh Joyous Day. And like, I don't remember if I showed this last week, so I'm just gonna show it again. So I did restart this on 36 count Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And this is how far I got. So, I got all the way to the bottom with one of the side borders. And then was working on some of the flowers on the top one. And for now, I will probably put this away. But I definitely wanted to get it started so that when I go back to work on this, I can put more, like I have a starting point. So that is the first one. And then I want to say I worked on some anniversaries of the heart, but I forgot to bring that upstairs. I did get back out Dear Daughter. And this is for my middle daughter, Kennedy. This was her birthday start last year, but I didn't like the fabric, so I ended up switching it up and changing it. And these are the colors I pulled, which are not the same, nor is the fabric. So this is on, I want to say it's Brenda's Brew or Barb's Blend. I mean, it's gray. It's Barb's Blend. And so this is how far I got. I was able to work up to the pot, filled the pot in, put in her initials and her birth year, and then worked a little bit on that. So kind of when I'm in the mood for Blackbird, I have this and or my anniversaries of the heart Sal that I'm hosting with Carrie Tiger Lily that I have been falling behind on. So I did start the December one, which I wasn't originally going to do, but since I am doing them as pillows, which again, I'd like those to be finished in one of these types of like trays, have them in the trays or the one from Chantelle. I think that would be really pretty to like leave out all the time, or even have them in a basket or a bowl or something. So we'll see. They're slow going for me. you'd think I could just power through, at least get one of them done, which I got a decent amount done on it, and then I just lost interest. So we'll see. I did pick this up, which was one of the Humming of the Bees. I had pulled this out to work on as part of Carol Saltbox Stitcher, her sampler summer. And I had, when I pulled it out, I had the top done and a little bit of the alphabet. And that was all I had done. And I worked on this, I want to say, for at least 2 days, if not more. And this one I got a decent amount done on. So I did finish the bones of the whole border. And then I was working on getting the house outlined and working on the mortar of the house. So this is a good one to pick up, to get back to. It's much larger than I thought. I cut the fabric, so obviously I knew it was fitting on the fabric. I don't know what I was thinking. But when I got done with that border, I was like, wow, this is way bigger than I thought it was. I think because sometimes, not necessarily Blackbird, but other pictures, they look big and then I stitch them and they're not very big. But this definitely is bigger than I was anticipating. It is 234 by 189. Obviously, I mean, there are bigger ones, but it's really pretty. So I will probably get this back out. It's kind of fallish / like bee stitching, because obviously Humming of the Bees and there's beehives. But this is a fun one. And the colors are really pretty too. Here's the colors. So, and it's in my the bee bag. I absolutely love this fabric, and I am going to be making a tote bag out of this. I made one for my I think it was my son's teacher, maybe. I forget who I gave it to. But I love the black with the pink and the yellow and green. It's just really pretty. So that is on my to-do list. Whether that gets done this week, I don't know. All right, my next whip, which this is my keep out and get done. I will get this done whether it kills me or not by the end of the year. Floral motif sampler, and I didn't have any progress the previous week. I should have had more because it's been 2 weeks, but at least I have something. So I was working over on this side, and I was trying to work my way down to this pot at the bottom. And I did get down there. This is on 40 count graham cracker by Wabi Sabi Linen Kitten Stitcher. And so what I did is I did bring the border all the way, this is down to the corner. So I know that this is the bottom. And I want to say I think that was already there. So I stitched this little thing, this, and then I was getting to this pot. Oops. And then I that was when all went awry and I started doing all kinds of, I didn't know what I was stitching. So this is the, here's the hole. I need to finish the bottom border, attach it, and then I'll have the whole border done, and then it's just filling in the motifs. So my goal is, again, to have it done by the end of the year. I need to maybe make myself like a checklist, and just when I work, I'm trying to work on it at least once a week and get a few of the motifs. It kind of depends, because like this one that I was working on, this is not like it's a really quick motif. So this could be definitely a day or two's worth. But like the first one I did, it was so tiny, and that took like 5 minutes. It was so quick. And so was this other one I did that did not take very long. But some of the bigger ones do take a little bit longer. But if I just at least once a week, if not more, put a couple motifs, at least one, if not a couple, I can definitely get this done. And I will. There's a few people who are holding me to it, and I will get that done, whether I have to stitch on it for the whole month of December, which hopefully is not the case. I also started this one. This is Liberty Inn by Plum Street, and I wanted to start this on the 4th of July, but I thought I had the chart. I didn't have it. So it did come in, and when it came in, I wasn't really in the mood for patriotic yet. But then I did get in the mood last week. So I did pull it out, and I decided it is stitched on vintage maple sugar. I am using 36 count American chestnut by R&R, and I did change a few of the colors. So I am using blue corn and dove and red rocks and Oscar instead of a few of the colors. But this is where I got. So I am changing. The lighting is not very good today. I'm struggling to get the lighting correct in this room. I am doing the house in dove. So she has charted the stars are supposed to be cottage blue, which is like a baby blue. So I changed the stars to blue corn. The house is dove. The red I changed to red rocks. But then in the flag motif here, the red is wood rose to give it like a faded look. And you're supposed to use Brother in Blue for the blue, but it was too like blue green, and I wanted it to be more like a true blue. And that's why I changed. And then the red was cherry bark, which is very dark, and so Red Rocks is a favorite patriotic red of mine. So I have this in my a lot of people have this bag from Christy Crosshatch Quilts, but I have this downstairs, and when I'm getting in the mood to stitch on a patriotic, this is definitely one I want to pick back up. I have a few different patriotic pieces next to my stitching chair to pick up to be working on, and that's kind of how I'm just working my patriotic stitching. I was going to pick 25 projects. I've seen people doing that. People are following along with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and Nancy Stitcher with a Laughing Face. They're doing a Sal. I couldn't confine myself to a certain amount of projects. So I have a bag over on the other side of this shelf, and it's full of patriotic either whips or new starts. Some are small, most of them are small to medium. I think the big ones I wanted to do are already started, but when I feel like stitching on patriotic, I'm just going either in there to start something or picking up something I have going, which has kind of been the mood I've been in lately, is more to just pick up something I've been working on. And that's been working for me. So the next one that I did, this was the Christmas whip that I am trying to see if I can get done before Christmas. I have a lot done. I don't know if it's going to keep holding my attention. I'm trying really hard to focus to get it done. But this joyous season, this is the Christmas Plum Street piece because I have other Christmas whips that probably would be done quicker, but I wanted a Plum Street done for Christmas, and this one is the one that I had the most progress on. So what I did do, and this is my start, it's on 36 count Sleeping Bear, by Needle and Flax. And what I did is I was working on filling in the house. I finished the roof, like the outlines. So that's just at a fill-in portion or part now. And then I was working on kind of getting the pot is what I was trying to do. So I did some of this over here. So, I mean, I still have, like any Paulette piece, and everybody says it, has lots of stitching. I have a ways to go, but, I mean, attacking it one section at a time, I feel like this could maybe be a finish by Christmas. So I'm going to keep this out even after July, and when I kind of feel like a fill-in, I have a couple projects that are at a fill-in stage. And if you've watched my channel before, you know fill-in is not necessarily my favorite. However, recently when my house is in chaos because my children are all home and I feel like I pick up one area and then next thing you know, it's a disaster again. And everyone's home and it's just kind of a crazy time because it's summer and I have small kids. A fill-in project is like the perfect project to work on. So I'm trying to get, one of the whips fell on the ground. So that's why I'm keeping that out. It's actually been relaxing to fill that in. This was another, I really am in the mood for fall, which is kind of funny because it's really hot here and you'd think that would not be correlating with fall stitching. But Real Comfort is another large piece. I don't anticipate I will have it done this year unless for some reason I get motivated. The one I really would like to have done this year is also by Plum Street, and it is Gather In. And so I have that next to my chair now. I haven't put any more stitches in it yet, but I have that to a fill-in section. But I really wanted to get this started so that I could start the process of integrating this into my stitching. And so I was able to buy a kit from somebody, and that's where this that's where the needle or the thread bling came from. But it's all the called for colors. And then I decided this is what kept stopping me, and I could not decide on the fabric. I love Saltbush, which is what it's stitched on, but I had like a teeny tiny start, but I just felt like I wanted something different, but nothing like crazy different. So I had a kit it was a Stacy Nash kit that was from the Homespun Needlework group, and it was on 36 count Steinbeck by Needle and Flax, and I pulled that piece of linen out and it is perfect. So I got it started and I was able to, and I love this linen for this project. It's very similar in color because it has like still the gray tone, but it has like a little bit more movement than Saltbush in my opinion. So this is the whole width of the piece. And then I really wanted to get to the words, and then I would like to go down and then get to the outlining of the house so that I can be filling the house in slowly. I am going to change the middle house color to a white. It's kind of a cream color. I'm going to have to link her below. I want to say her name is Lucinda. She was at the Farm Girl Dry Goods Retreat, and she was working on this, and she made the middle house, which is the large one. She used parchment, and I need to find out if it was Gentle Arts or Weeks, but she used that to fill the middle house in, and I love it. It kind of breaks up the brown, and then you're able to, because my issue is that I feel like there's not a lot of contrast between the house and the grass, although it's gorgeous. And the pictures never do the piece justice. I've seen a picture of the actual piece. I just wanted to break up the color a little bit. And so making that middle house that creamy white color is exactly, that was what made me interested in getting this back out. So I was really excited to see that, and it's making me excited to stitch on this piece too. So this right now, it's just living in this bag, but where did I put it? I bought from Fat Quarter Shop some fabric, which I want to make a project bag this week. I bought some of the new fig tree fabric, and I bought this. Let's see, these are the other colors. The orange lettering, the black floral. These ones are what I might make the bag with for this. And oh, this is just like a little dot, but this is all from the new fig tree line, which I believe it's new, Agatha Road, and it's so pretty. So right now at Fat Quarter Shop, at least, they only had yardage. They didn't have any of the pre-cuts. So I just bought, and this is, I think I showed this one. This one has like the alphabet on it, which I think that's cool too. So I'm thinking I'm going to use like the tan and maybe I'll even use this one. But use these to make a project bag for this piece, and then just make some other project bags for my fall pieces. And what I've been doing lately when I've been buying fabric, and mainly I'm using it to do make project bags, is I've just been buying half yards of the pieces, and that's enough to either make a full panel. Like this was actually, or I had bought yardage. So I could make the front and the back the same, and I could make the top. I'm also going to try to make some top zippers bags, but I can do all of that with a half a yard, and I'd still have some extra, or I could make multiple bags. But I felt like that was a good amount without having to buy a full yard of some of these things. Because although I do enjoy having leftovers for another, like next year or something when the fabric is out of print, there's always something new coming out, and I don't necessarily need a whole bunch of Halloween or fall colored fabric. What was this one? Oh, this was from a retreat, which is Every Gift from Plum Street, and I was able to get this too. You can find this on the secondary. I saw someone the other day selling their kit. You just have to be quick to find it. So these are the colors, and I got a little bit done on this. This is it's the called for fabric, which is 36 count. It's a needle and flax also. Dolly Madison. Been using lots of needle and flax. And then this, I just got the barn outlined. So slowly working on this. This one I have in the patriotic section too, because it has this flag. But I can work on it whenever. It was also bright, cheery colors. It reminded me of summer. I was kind of in a summery mood. So I kind of like go into a fall mood, go into a summer mood. Can't really decide what I want to be working on. Oh, and I have one more project. I forgot about this one. This was a start, and I was trying to make it look like Christmassy colors, because I had finished the Noel piece by Blackbird, which has like brighter colors. And so in this book, which is In Friendship's Way, this is the piece, 1861 Antique Sampler. And Holly Mrs. Jones Stitches, she did it last year, I think, and completely changed the colors. So that was kind of the inspiration. So I just chose colors. They were very similar to the colors that I used on Noel. And So, but then it ended up looking kind of patriotic-y, but then also everyday looking. So I was like, well, whatever. It's not really Christmassy, and I'm just doing whatever. So I started it on Ligonier Latte by R&R, and I went down the whole side. This is to the bottom because I was trying to get the color placement. So what I am doing is I most likely am going to use like whatever this symbol was. I will use that red in other places in the chart where that symbol is. But this, again, I don't think this is like in a when I feel like stitching on everyday stuff. I probably won't work on it anymore right now. When September comes, I might pull this out since it's a sampler. We'll see. I kind of am leaning into the no plans because every time I make a plan, which I enjoy making the plan, I feel like I never stick to it. So, okay, so let me show you the haul I have, which is kind of, again, all over the place. So I was watching Brenda and Laura, and Laura was showing this piece by Pineberry Lane, and it was a kit at one point from Dying to Stitch. Now you can purchase it from shops, but I bought the PDF from Pineberry Lane as a possibility for a Christmas piece. I also bought this, which I haven't sewed yet. I would like to sew it. I don't know if I'm going to do it in patriotic, and I might not do the pinwheels, but I liked the pattern. This is from Erica Arndt. Erica made. You can find it on her website, which is Confessions of a Homeschooler .com. She also is on YouTube as Erica Arndt. She has a tutorial. I watched a little bit of it yesterday showing you how you construct the bag. This has all the measurements, what to do. So I was trying to watch it to see exactly how she was putting it together. I might use the pattern as like a loose guide. I already showed this, but this is something I do want to do, is I want to stitch this bag. I might leave the anchors off at the top, but stitch that to put some of my patriotic charts in. And then that's just a copy of something. So that was that haul. Then I also these are all from Chantelle. So I got the Stitch Caddy, and then I got this Parlor Proper, which she has the Brenda Gervais piece on it. I bought this because I thought something else would fit on it. I already forget what it was I was trying to put on there. But I liked this piece. I got another. She has some different dough bowls. So just like a small white dough bowl to make a display with. Then this, I do not know what this is. Let's see. This is called the Striped Paddle. And she has this stitched up. She has Annie B's folk art, and this is painted with the red and white stripes. That's how she has it finished. I thought that was so cute. And like I have a lot of patriotic smalls, so I'm thinking I will see if I can find one that will fit on here and use that as a finishing piece. And then I also purchased 2 of her cutting boards. Let me see. And these I had a plan, and then I forgot what the plan was I had for them. Okay, this one is called the Tory, and this space is 10 by 6. And then this one is called the Shelby, and this is 8 by 6. So I figured something I finish, a sampler. I have a sampler, which I need to see what the size is. This is going to be a giveaway also. This is by the Proper Stitcher, and I stitched this, and I had it framed. However, since it has this outline, this is when my love-hate relationship with the Michaels framing department near me started, is they could not get this outline to be straight. And so then we had to put glass, then we had to put a mat, and I never loved the finish. So I need to figure out 4x6. Okay, I think it will fit on here. I'm thinking of taking this apart and putting it on this board, and I think that this will look really good. So maybe I can get that done this week. We'll see. But I just wanted to get a couple of her cutting boards to play around with, maybe finishing some of my samplers, and then I can kind of intermix that with the framing that I have going on. And I also purchased, because I had finished Liberty, or I think it's called Liberty. It's the Quaker sampler from Brenda Gervais. I finished it on her medium everything board. And so I bought a couple kickstands to use. One I'm going to put on the back of that. If I do this, I might put a kickstand on it, but I also might have it sitting just up straight and like up straight. Another idea is just painting these and like having them as a display, which I'll probably put the stitch on this, but I might just paint this and like set it behind it on my shelving. We'll see. But for the Brenda Gervais one, I want to put the kickstand on it, because right now it's just leaning against something, and I feel like it's going to fall over every time I am looking at it. So this is another thing, and she just sent this to me because it's fun. But in Chantelle's Patreon, she is offering this is for tier 3. And you cannot, if you sign up today for tier 3, you're not going to get this kit. It's not like retroactive, but you will get the next quarter's kit, which I believe she said, of course I left. Hold on, let me get my phone. She said want to say it's coming out in September. Let me see. Yes, so the first quarter was April to June, and at the beginning of July, this came, and this was what the kit was. It was these pumpkins. And so if you're in tier 3 of her Patreon, she said, you didn't have to pay any additional. This is what you got. And so what it came in these 2 plastic bags. And in the first bag were the pumpkins and all the pieces. So it's the back part, and then also you get the front piece, and then it came with the things to do the sunflowers to put on it. So the wood all came in here, and this bag is seal it back up. And then in the other bag were all of the materials to create the project. And she also, in here, she has like step by step as to what to do. Step 1, what to do. Step 2, so she gives you everything of what to do. So there's some glue. And then all of the little paints. She gives you sandpaper and a paintbrush. So you don't need anything. You can take this to wherever you paint, take all this, get it out, and here is a whole project for you to do to add these cute pumpkins into your display. So, like I said, if you were to sign up today for her Patreon, these have already gone out, But the second quarter, which is July to September, the kits are going to start to ship the beginning of October. She's not telling what the theme is going to be, but like this was in July for the upcoming season. So more than likely that's probably whatever the project is will be for something coming up. Do not quote me on that though. And Chantelle will kill me if people are going, what is the project? So she's not telling what the project is, but it'll be great because that project, I'm excited to paint those and have them for my fall display. So that was my stuff I got from Chantelle's 141. I also wanted to remind you that the finishing touch kit, which people have already gone over and started ordering, is the pre-order is over on the 31st, which is next week, next Wednesday. And you get the 3 boards, you get the special chart from Kathy with Hands-On Design, which she shows the picture of what it is, so it's not a surprise. The paint, the texture, brushes, printed instructions, along with there'll be a QR code to detailed videos showing you exactly what to do. And they're going to start shipping mid-August, and then in September, Chantelle is going to lead a Sal doing the stitching. So if you want to stitch it as soon as you get it, that's fine too. But if you want to participate with the stitching it along with Chantelle, that's going to start in September. I have a link below. You can go through my link to order it on her website. And I'll have a link to her Patreon as well. All right, let's see. What else do I have over here to show? I did get some, oops, I don't know. Oh, I do want to show that. I got some more Color and Cotton floss. Just colors to stock up on. Browns. Some were limited edition. Some blues. I'm trying to find the right coral color. This one is pretty, Coral Reef. So just some different colors. Then I am in their Linen Club 36 count, and Lily White is the color. It's very pretty. I also, this was a fun, I was trying to find some R&R fabric, and I came across this. This was from Kingsland Needle Art. And I'm going to put this on a scissor. This was like a little scissor fob ghost thing. I thought that was so cute to put with my Halloween projects. So, she had that in her shop. And let's see. Okay, this is one thing. I haven't seen anybody showing this. And I know that they've shipped. So I'm going to tell you what it is in case you ordered it and haven't gotten it and you don't want to see, but I wanted to share this. This is the Needle Minder of the Month Club from Flamingo Toes. I ordered mine through Fat Quarter Shop. You can get, I don't know if Fat Quarter Shop has a wait list. Some other shops have wait lists if people drop out of the club, I believe. This is so cute. So every month we're going to get a needle minder. And in here, so what you get is, it's always a surprise. And it's a needle minder that has never been seen before. So this is the chart. And the chart is, there's a cross stitch pattern and a embroidery pattern for this inside of here. It also gives you step by step. In here, if you want to do the embroidery, it tells you what to do. If you want to do the cross stitch, it tells you how to stitch. So if you got the Needle Minder Club and you don't know how to do that, Beverly McCullough from Flamingo Toes tells you how. She also sends the floss that you need, which is all DMC, and the adorable needle minder. So this is the needle minder we got for this month, which is July. So if this is what the first month looks like, I'm so excited for the rest of the year. Summer Sailboat. And I do not know. Let's see. She says, okay, so you can, all of the samples are on 14 count Ada. And then, let's see. She says at the end of the year, she's going to share a free quilt pattern that incorporates all of the embroidery designs. And I believe that I'm pretty sure she's going to have these like after a year's time. They will be for sale, but I do not know. So if you are interested, if you love needle minders, if you love Flamingo Toads needle minders, which personally they're one of my favorite needle minders, which is why I kept going back and forth. And then I watched the interview that Kimberly did with Beverly on their channel, and I said I have to go sign up for the club. So that's how that came to be. This was I believe there might be some kits at Country Sampler on their website. This was our Girls Club Fancy Basket and Kemp is what it's called. It's really pretty. I love all of Teresa Kitten Stitcher's designs, but lately they just there's been so many. I got a few things from Carrie Tiger Lily. She was having a clear the shelves. I got a couple things from her shop. Oh, I didn't check what's available right now, but I ordered a whole bunch of pins from Jody at Simply Stitching Ocala. She got in the Just Another Button Company pins, and so I ordered a couple sets to use in my finishing. So if you're looking for those, you can go to her website. She also has, which I have a pack of these to give away. She has project tracker cards. So I have a pack of these as part of the giveaway today. And that was a fun project that I got. And I think that's all. I have one more thing, and this was some sweet happy mail from a viewer. She sent me these. She sent a lovely card. Thank you so much. And this is what was in the package. And it was so cute because I went to the post office. I'll open it with my kids, and my daughter, my middle daughter, she's like, I know exactly where we can put these. And I said, well, I need to show them first, and then we can figure out where to put them. So she'll be excited, if I can figure out how to open this, when they get home to figure out where to put these. Oh, good grief. I wanted to show the beautiful wrapping, but now can't get the thing off. So she made me all of these stars. I love them so much. And this one. So these will definitely be going in my patriotic display. And thank you again. I didn't ask about saying names, so I'm just gonna say thank you. But I am really excited, and my kids want to put them in the display, so I'll wait till they get home to do that. That is what I have today. I do have the winners from last week's giveaway. Which, oops, one of the things fell. Here we go. So I'm going to put, on this, I'll tell you what they were, and then I'm going to put a graphic up that tells the winners. So the first one was Christmas Quilt, and the Needle Minder. The second one was Cranberry Christmas, and the third one was the Annie B's chart. So right here, across the screen are the winners of those. If you are a winner, if you can send me an email to sweetwaterstitcher@gmail.com, that would be great, and I'll get them in the mail to you. And I do have a couple things for this week. So if you want to answer, let's see, the question. Let's talk about bags, since I want to make some project bags. So do you make your own project bags? Do you enjoy buying bags from others? Do you enjoy making and buying, or you don't make, buy, or have any project bags? Maybe you use Ziploc bags or other things around the house. What is your philosophy, I guess, on project bags? So answer that and then use the numbers. You do need to be a U.S. resident, over 18. You need to be a subscriber and like the video. So number 1 is for this pack of cross stitch project cards, and there's all kinds of ones in here, and these are from Jody from Simply Stitching Ocala. Number 2 is Margaret Kendall. This is from The Proper Stitcher. Number 3 is Celebrate Harvest by Brenda Gervais. Number 4 is a quarter of 32 count Mellow Stone by Atomic Ranch, 32 count. That is number 4. And number 5 is I have an extra copy of Wonderful Life Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. And that's number 5. So if you are interested in any of those giveaways, if you can do all the things I said, and that is all for today. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will probably be back next week. If I'm not, it's because life is crazy. So we'll see. If I am, it'll be Monday. But until next time, I guess I'll say, I hope you guys have a great week or two or whatever stitching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.